So the medical laboratory science or medical technology education. So the aim of this education or this course or program is to develop knowledge, attitudes, and skills in performance of clinical laboratory procedure needed to help the physician in the proper diagnosis, treatment, prognosis, and prevention of disease. So this is lifted from your RA 5527. Okay, in your RA 5527, and in the CMO of our current CMO of medical technologies, the CMO 13 series of 2017. Okay. Also aims to develop skills in critical and analytical thinking to advance knowledge in medical technology, clinical laboratory science, and contribute challenges of the profession. So yan yung mga aims ng course or program. Another is to develop leadership skill and promote competence and excellence and uphold the moral and ethical values in the service of the society in the practice of the profession, wherein this is also incorporated in our ethics. Okay, the code of ethics for medical technologies. So, the curriculum is mandated by the Commission on Higher Education or the CHED through the issuance of Memorandum Order number 14, series of 2006, which is the old memorandum or the old CMO. But currently, we are following the Memorandum Order number or the CMO number 13 series of 2007. It aims to develop a foundation in fundamentals of medical laboratory science and make it responsive to the demand of for manpower in the paramedic service, utilizing high innovative technologies. Okay, so the aim, okay, another aim is for you to specialize in medical laboratory science, okay, in order for you to make innovative technologies, okay, and diagnostic in to be incorporated in our management to our patients. Okay, it is consist of clinical laboratory testing, which plays a crucial role in the detection, diagnosis, prognosis, prevention, and treatment of the disease. So we detect what is the cause of your disease. We provide possible diagnosis to our physicians, and we check the prognosis. So is it the good prognosis or the bad or the possible outcomes that would arise after the treatment of this disease or as this disease progress, as disease um go through. Okay, how to prevent this possible diseases or the occurrence of this disease, and of course the treatment. So we also have we play a major role in the prevention and treatment. Okay, especially the treatment because no some especially in the microbiology we provide the specific microorganism that needs to be treated. Okay, or the drug, the levels of the drug. Okay, we provide the levels of the drug as to possible toxicities. Okay, so those are the major roles of medical technologists in the profession. No, the graduate of this program shall be conferred the degree Bachelor of Science in Medical Technology or Bachelor in Medical Laboratory Science. Pero minsan, meron pa rin Bachelor in Science in Medical Laboratory Science. So, yan yung mga possible degrees that you can achieve, okay, and finishing this curriculum. So, what are the pertinent laws and CHED memorandum orders as to this medical technology education? So, first is the general education professional courses wherein with internship. So, the medical technology curriculum includes basic or general education, professional courses, and internship, whether is it 6 months or 12 months. So previously on the CMO of 2006, it was 6 months. Okay, minimum. Now in CMO 13, 2017, it is 1 year or 12 months. Okay, the CHED Memorandum Order number 8 of Series 1998, wherein it implemented a 6-month internship program. And traditionally, a 12-month internship program was required for medical technology student. But now, no, it was back. Okay, it was back in 12 months after the passing of our CMO 13 series of 2017. So what are the pertinent laws related? Of course, your Republic Act number 7722, wherein this is the Higher Education Act of 1994. This was signed by former President Fidel B. Ramos into act in May 18, 1994, wherein this establishes the Commission on Higher Education. Okay, establishment of a mission and higher education, and it ensures the right to affordable and quality education is protected and accessible to all Filipinos. Okay? The CHED issues memorandum orders or CMO, CHED memorandum orders. This is to regulate and improve the educational standards. So, yung mga memorandum na yan is usually the guidelines, okay, as to how the educational institution will provide education or the minimum standard that the higher education institution should follow. So yan yung mga CMO. Another law that is related to the CHED, okay, or to the medical technology education in the Philippines, you have your RA 8292, wherein the Higher Education Modernization Act of 1997, which establishes uniform governance for state universities and colleges or your SUCs and define the powers and duties of your SUC's governing boards. Okay? Provide guidelines for the appointment and term limits of the university president. So ano pa yung mga state university na to? Ito yung mga public universities. Okay? And higher education institutions such as, okay, St. Jude College or other institution or other universities, those are private and they are called higher educational institution or HEI. Okay? So another CMO number 8 series of to 1998 upgraded medical technology education standard wherein it covered policies on faculty and administrators. So ano yung minimum faculty requirement and administration requirement materials wherein they standardize the curriculum for medical technology across all schools. Okay? Research and laboratory facilities were included as to requirement. Okay? And internship requirements and admission policies were revised that time. Key. Next, CMO number 27, series of 1998, wherein it introduced two-year associate in health science education. Okay, this is designed to equip undergraduate students with basic healthcare skills, establish medical technology education standards, outline guidelines for, again, updated faculty qualification, wherein um, requirement for master degree was imposed, library and laboratory requirements, the minimum contents of the laboratory and library was mandated, and internship program and competency-based curriculum was revised. So na this time, no, internship was 6 months minimum of 6 months. But if your institution is an autonomous one, okay, you can revise your your curriculum wherein some of the institution provides still 1 year internship program. So ano ba yung sinasabi nating autonomous? Pag sinabi nating autonomous, ang status ng isang school, they have the right or authority to deviate from the curriculum of SHED, but still they need to comply as to the basic, okay, basic courses or basic subjects that is needed based on the CMO. Okay, so next is CMO number 6 of Series 2008, set accreditation guidelines for clinical laboratories to train medical technology interns. So by this time, no, your laboratory training facilities or your internship training facilities are now required to be accredited, okay, by the first is DOH and then next is the SHED in order for it to be a training institution for medical technologists. And next is the issuance this is issued under CHED Commission and Bank Resolution of 739-2007. Next, the CMO number 41, series of 2012, wherein it implemented ladderized education in medical technology and medical laboratory science program. It integrated technical vocational education and training or TVET. So dito sa ladderized, so pwede ka mag-take ng what do you call this? Technical vocational, okay, training, then you could proceed to medical technology. So parang ladderized, okay? May tinig ka muna before you can take this. Okay, so that's the CMO 41 series of 2012. Then you have your CMO number 13 series of 2017. This is the latest CMO, but during the conventions, okay, previous from the previous years, okay, we would be changing the CMO soon. So, but currently the CMO under your program is CMO 13 series of 2017, wherein it establishes the most updated policies, standard, and guideline or the PSGs for the BSMT or BSMLS program and implements an outcome-based education framework. So OBE tayo. Okay, hindi na tayo skill-based based on the previous CMO. So to ensure graduates meet the industry's demand. Okay, so meron tayong mga list of outcomes, okay, from the CMO that the graduate should have, okay, or embody. Next, define required core competence, faculty qualification, and laboratory standards. It ensures that graduate possess necessary theoretical knowledge and practical skills to be competitive in both local and global healthcare industry. So this CMO also aligns us with the global health industry. So both theoretical and practical can be done in 1 year internship program. Okay. Next, implementation of outcome-based educational system. So the curriculum changes and innovation in medical technology education. So this is the first one. Medical technology schools have adopted the outcome-based or the OBE model, and the CHED conducted seminar workshops to help schools in transition to an OBE compliant curriculum. This focuses on the competency-based learning and ensuring that graduates work readily. Kaya nga more on laboratory procedures or um, interconnecting or adapting the theoretical knowledge to be practiced in practical base. Okay? So yan yung OBE natin. Next, the K-12 program and its impact on medical technology education. So the K-12 program adds 2 years to the senior high school education wherein it reduced the number of general education courses at college level and some technical courses including mathematics, science are now offered in 11 and 12. Challenges, of course, it includes college faculty displacement due to fewer general education subjects, and some universities struggles to offer senior high school. And also, the main is financial burden on the parents due to additional years of education. So, no kaya if you would notice on your curriculum now, second year has five, no, usually five or four major subjects for medtech. But way back on the previous CMO before year 2017, it was just two major subjects. Okay, kasi more on general science, general education, Filipino, English, okay, and others are still included in the college. So the major courses are compressed in the third year per se. So now, no, na-distribute na yung mga major courses into second year and third year. So, unlike on the previous curriculum na masyadong compact yung third year, ngayon medyo na-distribute na ng maayos. Okay. So, postgraduate programs in medical technology. So, we have higher education institution that offers postgraduate degree. So, pag sinabi mong postgraduate degree, you already have your bachelor's degree. Okay, this supports the academic and professional advancement. So you progress or you advance your educational status. Okay, first is Master of Science in Medical Technology or MSMT. Okay, this required for professor teaching in the tertiary level. So this is a requirement for a professor, okay, in a school. Okay, this is also a master degree is also a requirement, okay, as a program head or a dean of the School of Medical Technologies. That's why, okay, if you would notice, no, um, master degree is a very important path, no, not only no in academe but also in laboratory, because most of the time, okay, the requirement for you to be a chief medical technologist or a section head, you should have an advanced educational attainment such as a master degree. Okay, next, it includes 33 academic units and 6 units of thesis. So usually this is this varies, no, especially with the universities that has a capacity to be an autonomous studies, or even what they call this, to to modify the curriculum. So yan, kaya sometimes no, merong 30 units, 32, okay, but still no, MSMT has 6 units of thesis. So this is a thesis track. And what are the major courses included in this master degree? So you have advanced biochemistry, advanced hematology, advanced immunohematology, advanced clinical chemistry, advanced cytogenetics, and advanced microbiology. So most of the major subjects in the medical technology or bachelor's in medical technology or medical laboratory science are still included here, but the catch is it is more it has an advanced approach. Okay. Next, cognate courses may include human resource management and organizational management. This is for you to have a managerial overview to be ready for managerial positions. Okay. Next, master in public health. So this is another master degree related to medical technology. Okay. So designated, designed for professional involved in public health, epidemiology, and disease prevention. And the program structure, wherein the core subjects are usually epidemiology, biostatistics, and environmental, occupational health, and even health policy management, and even social and behavioral sciences. So on public health, no, we are more on the crafting policies as to the community, okay, project planning for the community-based health. So yun yung mga usual, and even advanced epidemiology. Okay, so the elective courses may include disaster risk reduction, global health, and even health promotion. So thesis or capstone project is so thesis is still included. So almost same with the units that you should take with your MSMT or MSMLS. Okay. Open to medical technologies, nurses, physician, and other allied health professionals. So not only medical technologists can take master in public health, but also other um, healthcare workers that are related with, okay, health per se. Okay. Next, Doctor of Philosophy in Medical Technology or PhD in MT. This is a purpose to further advance medical technology education, and this is usually offered only in University of Santo Tomas. K includes courses on advanced diagnostic technologies, prevention and treatment of disease, and foreign language. Okay, and expected to enhance leadership and research expertise among medical technology. So more advanced than MSMT. Pero MSMT kasi and MSMLS are more on the practice, but this is more on research and leadership since this is PhD. Okay. So the program structure usually 12 units of philosophy courses, 6 of cognates, okay, 9 units of thesis writing and seminar, 6 units of foreign languages, and 24 units of major subjects. In their major subjects still really is related with for MSMT and BSMLS. Leadership roles in government, academia, and researches. So program structures, okay, advanced courses in health policy, epidemiology, health system management, and program evaluation. Okay, focuses on applied research and practical leadership in in public health, and it requires this dissertation research. So this is an advanced thesis dissertation addressing a significant public health issue. So yeah, I also have this, okay? The the DRPH. So yeah, more on still again, same with public health, master in public health, but more advanced into health policy making, okay, public health approach, and of course, MSMT and MSMLS could take Doctor of Public Health. Okay. Next, accreditation and quality assurance in medical technology education. We're in no, Philippine Association of Accrediting Schools, College and University, or known as your PAASCU, ensures institution met high educational standards. So this this requires a application in order for your institution to be accredited by this accrediting body. Okay, evaluates faculty, instruction, library resources, laboratory, student services, and others, such as administration. So, madugo ang magpa-accredit. Okay, sobrang hirap. Okay, because of these qualifications. Next, another accrediting body is your Philippine Association of Colleges and Universities Commission and Accreditation, or your PACUCOA. So this is a recognized institution that excels in educational operation naman. And it helps schools achieve higher accreditation levels, making them eligible for government funding and scholarship. So that's PACUCOA. Next, ISO. Lagi nyo ito naririnig. International Organization for Standardization, wherein this monitor institution for quality management and efficiency and ensure that the program meets the global standards. So not only in academe, this ISO is seen. You could also see this in other institutions as a hospital, no products, because they are globally recognized, or they have a standard that is globally aligned or met. Okay. So, what are the legal issues and concerns in medical technology education? First, policies and regulation must align with SHED guidelines and ensure student and faculty welfare. So, ano yung mga yan? School must maintain first high admission standard. Okay. Proper sequencing of courses, wherein this is for the curriculum. Okay, internship program policy. So ano-ano yung dapat ginagawa sa internship, and how does the institution partners with the internship or the hospital. Fair grading and graduation policies. That's why grading system is very is always okay showed to you, computed, or taught to you how to be computed. Okay, and graduation requirements. Okay, faculty qualification and employment standards. So faculties are required. So in a higher education institution, or in a college level, a professor needs to have a advanced degree, especially in master degree related to their bachelor's degree. So previously way back, CHED allows um, having master degree that is not aligned with your bachelor's degree, such as okay, for example, master in business administration. You could be a professor in rank if you have MBA, even though you don't have MSMT or MSMLS. But that was previously. But now, no, the CHED requires you to have an aligned master and doctor degree related to your bachelor's degree, such as MSMT and MPH. Okay, or DRPH or PhD in MT. So, yung mga yan. Okay, compliance with this policies is monitored by accreditation agencies and even SHED. Next, we have comparison of your BS Public Health and Medical Technology. So, BS Public Health is a different degree, okay, from your medical technology, but no, they have some related courses or subjects, okay, that can be intertwined with the two. So first is the BS Public Health. So it focuses on the promotion and prevention and management of disease. So meron din yan sa atin, but the promotion is not mentioned. Okay? And the community population at the population level. So sila is more on the grassroots. Unlike for medical technology, we do have laboratory based. Okay? Laboratory based. And we are focused on detection, diagnosis, and treatment of the disease. Next, your BS Public Health involves epidemiology, health policies, disease surveillance, and environmental health. While okay, on your BSMT, more on clinical subjects such as your clinical chemistry, microbiology, hematology, and even pathology. Okay, so ito more on community health. But no, in medical technology, we do have still your epidemiology. Okay, others wala. Okay, but yeah, graduates are trained to assess health risk, design intervention, and implement health programs for BSN Public Health. And for medtechs or MLS, okay, laboratory test and assist in patient care, especially to physicians. So what are the core of the BSPH graduates? So they conduct epidemiological studies and analyze disease patterns. So community-based pa rin. Develop and implement health policies and programs. So sabi ko nga kanina, more on health policies or crafting health laws, okay, or guidelines. Work in health education, disease prevention and environmental health, and address health disparities and public health emergencies. So more on the grassroots level ang BS Public Health. While BSMT, okay, more on diagnostic test, clinical lab, okay, laboratory result interpretation for medical diagnosis, and ensures quality control in laboratory settings. They also conduct research on new diagnostic methods and laboratory techniques. So, the licensure and certification programs. BSMT must pass the Medical Technology Licensure Exam or the MTLE. Okay? Administered by the PRC to become RMT. But your BSPH graduate do not have any specific licensure exam, but, okay, quote, may pursue certification in epidemiology, environmental health, or health program management. And take note that BSPH graduate can take our professional board. Okay? They can take our professional board. Okay? Both degrees holder can pursue advanced studies such as Master in Public Health or MSMT for specialization. So tandaan, BSPH graduates can take MTLE and they could be RMT if they pass the board exam. Next, professional organization related to medical technology here in the Philippines. So a brief history. First is your PAMET or Philippine Association of Medical Technologies. So brief history, September 15, 1963 was the first was the originally organized by Mr. Crisanto Almario at the Public Health Laboratory at Santa Cruz, Manila. So the 208 Cricada Street, Santa Cruz, Manila. Okay. Next, September 20, 1964, first convention and election of officers held at Far Eastern University wherein Mr. Charlemagne Tamundong became the first president. So tandaan niyo yung mga taong yan. In October 19, 1969, incorporated and registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission or your SEC under registry number 39570 okay, during the presidency of Mr. Nardito Moraleta. And Mr. Nardito Moraleta also pushed our law, our law now, the RA 5527, to be passed in the Senate. Okay? On June 21, 1969, okay, RA 5527, also known as the Philippine Medical Technology Act, wherein, again, this was pushed by Mr. Nardito Moraleta. And Mr. Nardito Moraleta is still alive. Now, when I was still reviewing on his review center, we saw him. He make appearance before the final coaching. So that was in 2019 before the COVID-19 hits. So yeah, buhay pa siya by that time. Hindi ko lang alam ngayon. Okay? September 19, 1972. September 1972, before the martial law was declared, no, President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. designated third week of September as the official celebration of medical technology profession. Kaya usually we celebrate our MedTech Week at third week of September. Next, okay, June 22, 1973, approval of Presidential Decree 223, creating the PRC, and PAMIT was officially recognized as the only accredited professional organization or APO for registered medical technologists in the Philippines. And the current status, the PAMIT is a national organization with a 46 provincial chapter and one international chapter. Okay, PAMIT Singapore. Okay. The association has over 13,000 members. Actually, madami talaga. No? Pero hindi naman kasi siya required. Affiliates with other local professional organization including Council of Professional Health Association or COPHA, and the seal of MedTech, PAMET was changed recently. No? Ngayong taon lang napalitan ito. At ano yung pinalitan? Okay, this was the old logo and this is the new seal of PAMET. So anong pinalitan nila? The year. So kasi this was yan, first year of PAMET election was 1964. So yun yung nilagay nila, but okay, they changed it into 1963 reflecting the establishment of the organization. So the circle, okay, symbolizes continuous involvement. Practice and education must always integrate. So continuous involvement, yung security, kaya may triangle, and microscope and snake that symbolizes the science of medical technology profession. And it is color green because green is the color of PAMET. Yan. Handaan niyo yung mga yan. Okay, so what are the vision and mission of PAMET? So vision of PAMET, PAMET shall be a constant prime mover in advancing medical laboratory science profession, aims for continuous growth and development of its members. And the mission of PAMET is to realize its vision. PAMET shall uphold professional core values, develop and sustain comprehensive program to enhance competencies of medical laboratory science professionals, and collaborate with different stakeholders in health. It also ensures that its services are significant and beneficial to its recipient. So what are the core values? First is integrity, okay, wherein adhere to a moral code, transparent, honest, truthfulness, and accountability, and even consistency between thoughts, words, and action. Professionalism, okay, embodying positive traits and values, demonstrating moral responsibility and social responsiveness, okay, and maintaining a respectable and credible professional outlook. Another core value is your commitment, wherein unwavering dedication to the profession and taking initiative, creativity, and resourcefulness, providing quality healthcare and public service. For excellence, adhering to high quality performance, following international standard for global competence. So this is the new vision, mission, and core values of PAMET. Okay, and lastly, the unity, promoting collaboration and shared support, strengthening the success and advancement of individual members of the association. So yun yung mga um, core values of your PAMET. So the current PAMET officers is led by Miss Luella A. Vertuso, the PAMET National President, and the Vice President as Gamaliel Fulgueras. Okay. The Executive Secretary, Mark Raimundo Nava. Treasurer is Evangeline R. Castillo, and Auditor Marites Go, and the PRO is Sir R.J. Arbitruela. For the board members, Rex C.C. Alvarez, Lito Atienza as treasurer, auditor is Louis Berlin Calao, and our PRO is Maria Frida Hapan and Sanita Vestal. So usually lumalabas sa board exam yung mga pangalan nila. Okay, what are the affiliation and linkages of PAMET? So PAMET is affiliated with various professional organizations in the Philippines, including Philippine Federation of Professional Association or PFPA, Council on Health Agency in the Philippines, so CHAP, and no PCQ QALC, no Philippine Council for Quality Assurance in Clinical Laboratories. Okay, pwede kayo dito mag-diplomate. Okay, meron yung diplomate status. Alliance of All Health Organization in the Nation or AAHON, and your Philippine Association of Schools and Medical Technology and Public Health, which is your PASMEF. Okay, in government linkages, PAMET collaborates especially with VOH, PRC, and SHED as the public or government institutions. International, we have the ASEAN Association of Clinical Laboratory Science or AACLS, okay? Asia's Association of Medical Laboratory Science or AMLS, International Federation for Biomedical Laboratory Sciences, IFBLS, okay? Pwede din kayo dyan mag-exam. Okay, Asia Pacific Federation for Clinical Biochemistry and International Federation for Clinical Chemistry. Other international linkage, we do have PAMET USA and PAMET Singapore. Next organization, we do have your PASMET or Philippine Association of Schools of Medical Technology and Public Health Incorporated. Wherein, this is your seal. Okay, the PASMET seal symbolizes the circle. Okay, represent the continuity of learning and never-ending quest for academic excellence. The diamond or the four corners, okay, represents four objective of PASMET. First is encourage, okay, through study of medical technology and public health education needs and challenges and purpose solution. Next, promote continuous development in medical technology and public health education for maximum service of the country. Next is take a unified stance on matters that impact the medical technology and public health profession. Okay, the national organization is recognized schools of medical technology and public health in the Philippines. So we are member of PASMEF, and it is established way back in 1917. This is to maintain high educational standard and foster strong relationship among medical technology schools and public health. So for the history, okay, in May 13, 1970, Dr. Narciso Albarracin, okay, the Secretary of Department of Education, designated Dr. Serafin Juliano and Dr. Gustavo Reyes of UST and FEU to organize an association of deans and heads of the School of Medical Technology and Public Health. So they institutionalize your ASMEF. So the first organization meeting was attended by this representative of school, UST, FEU, CEU, San Juan de Dios, okay, PWU, and Martinez Memorial College. So formally registered the SEC October 6, 1985 through committee legislation chaired by Mr. Cecilio S. Cajucom. Cirilio Cajucom, assisted by the legal counsel attorney Dexter Bihis. Okay? The founding organization of the ASEAN Association of Medical Technology. So EASMT through efforts of Dean Evuen, Dean Bernard Evuen, Dr. Jose Gerald Nuevo, and Dr. Ancleta Valdez. Dean Evuen is affiliated now with Arellano University as the Dean. Dr. Jose Gerald Nuevo is the Dean of Our Lady of Fatima University, and Dr. Ancleta Valdez, I can't search about kung saan siya affiliated now. Cool. So this is the presidents of PASMEF, and the current is Dr. Gerald Nuevo of Our Lady